Howdy fellas, Uncle Sasquatch and Jake. Today's video sets another milestone for the channel. This is the first true test and evaluation gun that I've ever had the chance to review. I'd like to thank the Dixon Sportsman Store for the use of this gun for this video. We're looking at the Generation 5 Glock 19. At first glance you'll notice that the finger grooves of the Generation 4 are gone. I had people with beefy hands complain about that. It wasn't comfortable to them. It pinched them. Also, you'll notice the magazine well is now flared. It also has a cutout to facilitate removing sticky magazines and what have you. And there's also a cutout under the trigger guard now that gives a little bit better feel to me. Glocks kind of feel funny to me. I guess I'm spoiled in 1911 angle grips, but that gives a little bit better feel to me. They've opened up the rear side a little bit, and you see it's still got the white outline just like it always had. And also you have a slide lock or a slide release on the right hand side now. It sticks out a little bit on that side more than it does the other side. It might give you a little problem with a real tight inside the waistband holster. So that's the external view of it. And let's make sure the gun's unloaded, and let's see if we can take it apart. Okay, first thing, the trigger bar and also the trigger connector are a little bit different, and also the cruciform is a little bit changed. You'll notice also as well in the front part or the dust cover of the frame, they put a metal reinforcement in there, and that's probably a good idea, because on the 40 caliber models sometimes that would get stressed and get the gun out of time and it would not fire properly. And also the magazine now has an orange follower, a little bit thicker base plate than previous models. The rifling is a little bit different. This also has a crown muzzle now. It didn't have. Still has the double spring of the Generation 4. It's a little bit different right here in the area where your what's the word I'm looking for? Your striker block is exactly what I was looking for. It's a little bit different in that area too. Now, what they've done as far as the trigger bar and the trigger connector has given the trigger a whole lot better feel. It doesn't have over travel. The reset is a whole lot shorter. That was one of the problems I had with the Glock trigger, because I've been spoiled by the reset on a Smith & Wesson. Real crisp trigger, feels good, resets short. All in all, I think this is going to be as of right now, a good thing that Glock has done with this Generation 5. Of course, with any new gun on the market, sometimes they have problems with them, but Glocks are not known to have very many problems. One other thing I didn't mention is they have gone to some coil springs in this instead of leaf springs, particularly on the slide lock, slide release, whatever you choose to call it. Anyhow, that's probably a good thing too, because the leaf springs are prone to breakage. But I think they've produced a good product, as Glock always has. If you're ever out our way, come by the Dixon Sportsman Store at 586 Highway 46. We're located about 3.5 miles north of Interstate 40 at exit 172. Be glad to see you. Come by and see our big inventory of firearms, as well as the largest archery shop in Middle Tennessee. Thank you for watching. Keep your powder dry. Mind your top knot, Pilgrim.